Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to go over what I see as potential plays in the market this week. There is so much going on this week with earnings. I think there's a billion companies with their earnings reports this week. It all starts on Monday with Tesla. Every major company has their earnings this week. It's unbelievable. I have never been so excited, but so confused about the market in my entire life, which is probably not reassuring, especially if you're watching this video trying to get insight for the coming week, because I am just so confused at the overall direction that we are going to go, okay? Earnings season, I mean, you know, it could make the market continue to go higher, or it can also spark a massive correction, okay? I know that doesn't help anybody's planning, but it's just the way it is right now. It's just what's in my mind. I'm about to sit down. Okay, I am sitting down. I am about to really get into the charts and study like I have never studied before, and it is all for you guys. I'm going to try to come up with great ideas like I did last weekend. Some of the stocks that we called out were such great, really good calls. So I hope to hit a couple more of those with this week. We'll see what happens. Like I said, with earnings, it's really the flip of the coin. I don't really know. I mean, if the earnings are not good, or if they're not really, not just good, but if they have to blow out earnings, okay? The market is at a certain level right now in anticipation for really good reports. Not so much earnings, but they want to hear the CEOs saying really good things about their forecast for the coming quarters. The market is always looking ahead. So a week like this, when you have so many of the top companies coming to bat with their earnings reports, there's so much that can happen, and we're just going to have to see. So anyway, your boy Green Bar Trading, Mr. Green Bar, is going to do his best this week. It might be a late upload, so if you guys were expecting this early Sunday morning, I apologize. I've been working at my other business all day, came home, went for a run. Don't ask me why I did that, because I was already exhausted and I just have too much work to do. So anyway, guys, before I share my screen, hit the thumbs up for me. It helps the channel grow. Also, if you're new, subscribe. We have new videos every single day. And something that I've noticed, and you guys can leave it in the comment section, and I'm not going to call any specific channel or YouTuber out. If you guys have taken notice to a lot of day traders or day trade channels or certain people, you know, I don't want to get into it, but anyway, they're just starting to disappear. I've never seen anything like this before. Once the market got difficult to trade, so many YouTube day traders have pulled it back. They've pulled it back totally, and it's been really really eye-opening to see. It just goes to show 2020 was very easy to trade. So you had a lot of people making a lot of money. 2021 is not easy. So if you can be consistently profitable in this type of market, I promise you, you're going to be so much better off when the market and the momentum finally comes back. And you know, it's just something that I took notice to. And I'm not talking about Ross Cameron. I'm not talking about Warrior Trading. Even though he stopped his morning show and he's been very frustrated in the market, that's not the YouTube channel I'm referring to. There's been a lot of other ones. And you could just tell that a lot of the channels are BS. So just be careful of what you're watching. So anyway, now that I got that off my chest, I will share my screen. Okay, everyone, now that we have the screen shared, we can get into our weekly outlook, okay? It's going to be insane, to say the least. There is so many earnings coming up, and you know, all week long, just the top companies are reporting. Earnings season can be really, really, you know, it could really move the market. So starting out, let's just take a look at where we are on the overall market. Okay, this is the SPY. Let's just dial it in to the last 30 days. All right, these are all the important price levels that I have. It looks to me like the past maybe 10 trading days or so, since we had the breakout here from when it touched the bottom trend line, it looks like we're in more of a consolidation area. Now, what normally happens, and I'll pull back, maybe this will give us a better view. So we have I drew a trend line out here. The only problem with this trend line is we're so extended from it. You know, you don't want to say, we're all the way up here at 416. The trend line is down by 400s. And there's a huge gap to fill. If we ever broke to 407s, 405s, you have a very big gap to fill here to 398. So, you know, maybe the trend line would come in here, which would help. But let's see what earnings do. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how earnings moves this market. Will it go up? Will it go down? Will it stay consolidating sideways? Who knows? But we broke out, okay, and then we're consolidating. We are currently in that consolidation. This is the last 5 trading days, and we are in a range. This is the range, about 410 to, you know, 417s. This is where we've traded all week long. Each level that I have here was levels that we've had in the past. So going back almost, you know, 2-3 weeks, and you can tell that each one of these levels is so well respected, except for this day here when we sold off on the Biden news, and on Friday when we reclaimed the Biden news. It blew through these 2 areas. But for the most part, these price levels are pretty spot on. So, you know, you can take trades around here if you're looking for it to go higher or if you're looking for it to go lower, and the gaps to fill, because that's the way you can trade the SPY is you want to fill the gaps in. So if you ever broke levels, the next level is usually these important price areas, which helps in trading the SPY. So anyway, consolidation, let's see where we go from there. I'll go to the Qs, which is all the tech stocks. And I'll pull this one back so we can see it a little bit better. Now this kind of hit a double top. So you made new highs here. We pulled back, we had the correction. And then we finally got back and started making new highs. So we broke through the double top, which is very bullish. And this is where we're trading right here. We pulled back a little bit. And once again, we're in a trading range, consolidation. So that's the overall market. We're still in a confirmed uptrend. Trying to see if we can look at maybe the futures doesn't really give us much difference. Okay, so now getting over to the stocks to watch. NEO, this one was a perfect breakout. We broke the trend. It was a descending trend line right here. We broke out on Wednesday, but the time to trade this was to get in. See, this is the zone right here. Get in as close to the 35s as possible. And your risk, you can always do a risk. If it ever broke support, you can always get rid of the trade there. But this one just, once it broke through the trend, it ripped. Now this is one, if I was going to trade NEO this week, I would want, since this is now overbought, I would want this to pull back to, some of these moving averages. Obviously not all the way to the trend line, because that would be way too much of a pullback, especially a descending trend line. Unless it happened like the first day, you don't want it to pull. That's way too much of a pullback. So you have certain levels here that I would look at, maybe around 40, 39s, 40, around there. If it ever pulled back to that, I would look to get long again. But I want a little bit of a pullback, get a better price, and then go long on NEO. Another one, somebody called out, I think it was Damon, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I got your name wrong. Damon called out DraftKings in our Discord. I'm also going to link our Discord down below. You guys should definitely think about joining it. Lots of great ideas in there. So DraftKings, we were on a really nice overall upward ascending trend line. Once this trend line broke, that's a problem, okay? Don't want to see these trend lines break. It broke, retested to the penny, okay? Retested it and then went lower, and it's basically been trading around this range. The only problem that I see with DraftKings is on the daily chart, you are going to be coming up against a ton of resistance. You have the 20 EMA, you have the 50-day moving average, and the trend line all above you. So if it could break through all of that, then it would be very bullish. But to do that is very difficult. There's a lot ahead. There's a lot above it. So I'm not totally bullish on DraftKings right now. So we'll have to just wait that one out. As far as the weed stocks go, so we went over EV, which is NEO, the gambling stocks, DraftKings, now the weed stocks, Afria has been in just a disgusting sell-off. This one, I've been waiting for it to base out. It kind of broke through some support levels that I was looking at. If we pull this one back, I just want to take a look at the year to date. This looks like it has some support at 12 and then the 13 area. So what this did was it broke 13, but very quickly, and then reclaimed 13. So this one is actually, it does have a lot above it, but I don't see the downside risk being that. I would maybe risk down to 12 at the total bottom. But this one has some room to the upside. And it's been one of those stocks that has been just totally beaten down. So I'm going to take a look at Tesla because this reports on Monday. This got over these moving averages and it stayed over the moving averages. As you can see, once it ran into the 20, it was acting as resistance. It finally broke through the 20, and then it used the 20 as support. And then it broke through the 50-day and now has been above that. So this is looking very, very bullish to me. Tesla is extremely bullish. It had its sell-off already. We started making higher highs, higher lows. This one is really, really looking good. It's good. We're going to have to see, obviously, how their earnings report goes, because this is going to be the first earnings report where Bitcoin, all that Bitcoin they bought, will maybe be in the earnings report. I don't know how they're going to work that, but this is definitely a very nice looking chart right now with Tesla. And, to be honest, all the EV stocks they do look like they're ready for a recovery, a rebound. They've gotten beaten down so much. I'm bullish on the EV stocks right now. And that is going to be something that I'm going to be looking at this week. Looking at the financials, they've also been kind of beaten down, for the last couple of weeks, maybe even a month, 2 months almost. Going back here, about a month. We made our highs on Citibank. Now, this is one that still has not gotten back. Where are we? Let me zoom out. To pre-COVID levels. And this stock is really, really trading at a discount to book. I love this stock right now. And especially if we can see a little bit of a recovery, which it looks like we're starting to curl up here. If it could get through some of these levels, it looks like 71.69 I have as a price level here that was supposed to be support. So this was supposed to be support. It is now going to be used as resistance. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, but if you have the stock, hopefully, we can break through this level and then use the 71.69 as new support, and then possibly come up to make new highs. So that's the financials. You have the financials, you have the EV stocks, gambling stocks. The ones that are probably looking the best are the reopening ones, like MGM. This chart looks really nice to me. This is what you like to see. It's over the 200-day, it's over the 50, and it's over the 20 EMA. This looks like a very nice chart. So I'm bullish on MGM for sure. see, what else do we have to go over? I've been doing a lot of my reading, obviously. Apple earnings seen up 53%. Alphabet earnings to jump. Amazon profit expected to pop. Tesla earnings seen soaring. So many bullish headlines. How will it play out? We'll have to wait and see. So, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It wasn't that long, to be honest. I've never been so confused as where the overall market was going to be heading. So I don't want to come on here and say, well, I see, the overall market making new highs and just continuing to rip up. And I also don't want to say that I think we're going to have a big correction, because I'm just going to have to see how these stocks react to their earnings reports and how investors react. That was my kids absolutely screaming in the basement. So I guess that's the best way to end the video. Kids screaming. I promise I'm not torturing them. So guys, please hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. If you're new, subscribe. I'll link the Discord in the description. And I will see you guys on the next video. Everybody have a great week. Take care.